have a flow of how we want to talk about things. And we're back.
We are back.
Back.
We are live.
We're not ready in fashion in true Wilhelm
July
fashion.
3rd, July 23rd,
Grab those
2026.
Can you grab those?
We are here. What do you want to do with them?
Sit them right here. Sorry, I'm blinding the people.
Oh, hey, you can see we had a computer that wanted to restart the minute we were getting started, but we are here. So join us. Come on in, grab a seat, unload your bag, grab a drink, grab something to eat, get comfortable, kick your feet up, and enjoy this voyage for the next 60 minutes. At the helm with Kelli and Wayne.
Oh, I am Kelli.
And I'm Wayne.
Oh, I wish we would have queued up our video from the south side of Chicago.
Oh, we could have done that.
Start the meeting with that.
Send it to me. Maybe we can show it.
Oh, you got it. Don't you have it in the...
So we are... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do have it. So we'll see if we can't pull that up. All right. So tonight, join us as we discuss Jay-Z, Lindsey G, and the Windy City. All of the things that have been happening the past couple weeks. It's been busy. There's just so much happening. Oh my gosh. It is overload on the voyage in the media world and overload in the news world. So as always, we say, control your peace, manage your peace, but stay informed. And because every day something is taking place, the war has ended again and started again. The Strait of Hormuz, who has never closed, is open, halfway open, closed. Then we don't know. Nobody knows the hours of the strait. And it really just lends to, if we only depend on the media here, how ignorant we really would be. So again, find some good sources. I'm always going to stand all the toes I have down, which is 10. And if I could borrow a few, with SiriusXM channel 126, that definitely keeps, definitely is informative news. Al Jarreah's website is very formidable information, good information to get news from. And just, again, when you see something, when you hear something, just do some research. Make sure that it's not AI generated. Make sure that it's coming from a reliable source, and just make sure and inform yourself of what's going on, because someone just said, I don't know, it might have been yesterday, but then the last couple of days, that it's been a big mistake. Big mistake. You've seen these numbers that how many Americans are against this war. It's like 70%, only 29% are for it. But we found out the other day, and we're so grateful for this person who gave us the information that no, that's not right. They're against high gas prices and high food prices. They're for the war. They're for the war. The skirmish. When it's skirmish. But yeah, so we know that you can't believe anything that comes out of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. You can't believe anything that comes from a whole lot of the social media, because they continue to take the tweets from through social and report them like they're coming from the Senate floor, and that they're bills and legislation. But that's the world we're living in.
Yep, I hear a lot of tingling. I don't tinkering, rattling. So I don't know.
I don't know.
It's the fan, I think. So
Oh,
what are you gonna be able to do about that?
yeah, I can reach up there and turn it off.
But yeah, you do it.
You say do it?
Or someone can let me know.
Did y'all hear all the
Somebody let me
tinkling?
know if you hear the tinkering.
Yeah, if it's going to be a distraction, we will definitely turn it off.
It's going to be a distraction for me, but that's me. All right, so we are fresh off of our NAACP convention. We may want to just go ahead and hit the disclaimer. I mean, you wearing the shirt, but
Oh, let's go ahead. Let's
just go ahead and hit the disclaimer.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by guests on At the Helm podcast. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by the host of At the Helm podcast belong solely to them and not necessarily their church, family, employer, or each other.
Yeah, so
or any organization.
Or any organization. Yeah, so
we're gonna have to update our disclaimer.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So basically what we say on here, nobody outside of the two of us has any authority to hold it against us.
Nobody's co-signing.
Family. Yeah, this doesn't.
That's pretty much what this is.
Yeah. We're not representing
We're
family.
not speaking for anybody.
Yeah.
We're not co-signing for anybody.
Nope.
But we're here, fresh off of, like I said, the 117th NAACP convention, where we were able to participate in shaping and forming the policies that will continue to move the organization forward. We were there as delegates. We got the chance to participate in a lot of very informative panel discussions, workshops. So yeah, we come back with the same vigor. I'm so excited. We come back with the same vigor. We're riding the wave of that. The theme was "We the People," and so we were constantly reminded that we the people are the ones who are in control of our destiny. The people who are elected, the people who sit in those offices behind those desks, those are the people who we sent to work for us. And if they're not working for us, we get the opportunity every 2 years or so to hire and fire. And so we are 84 days from the midterm election. We want everybody to check your voter registration, and then check your voter registration, and then check your voter registration, and then check your friends' voter registration. Here in our county, we have 8,000 people just in our county that have been removed from the voter rolls for no reason, not for anything that they've done wrong, not because they haven't voted in a while. There's people who have not missed a vote, and their names have still been purged from the rolls. So we want to just make sure that on election day that we are ready. And so in conjunction with the work that we do with the NAACP, we will be doing get out the vote efforts. Mm-hmm. We may be writing postcards. We may be doing phone banking. We may be knocking on some doors of people who are maybe not likely to vote, because every vote in this upcoming midterm election is going to matter. Every single vote matters. And again, we're not saying that voting is the be all end all. Voting is the beginning. Voting is the least you can do. So once we vote and the people are elected, then we hold those people accountable. We either let those people know what we put them in the office for, or if there are people that you didn't vote for, you still go and let them know that they still represent you. And you let them know what it is that you and your community needs. And so that is what we will be doing for the next, you said 84 days?
84 days to early voting starts.
And we want you all to get in the mindset to go early vote. I know a lot of people like to go on the day. But too much is at stake for you to show up on the day and not be able to vote, because you're not going to be able to fix it that day. If you go early and something is not right, you can fix it and vote the same day. If you go on late voting day, that's what I'm going to call election day. If you go to late vote,
that's right.
That's it. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do. If they say you're in the wrong precinct, if they say your name is not on the roll, if they say you're not registered, there's going to be absolutely nothing that you can do on voting day. So please make a plan, be prepared, get ready in 84 days to go to early voting. And we will be, again, with the NAACP and some of our other community partners, hosting a Souls to the Polls, where we will get together to hear from those who are asking for your vote, tell you why they are the one that you should vote for. So we'll have a little bit of that, and then we will walk together as a collective, as the Black church has done for decades. It started out being for protection, and we find ourselves right back here now again, needing that same protection. So we go as a collective, because we move as not a monolith, which means one and the same. We're not all the same, but we should all have the same goal to stay alive.
That's right.
That needs to be our one goal. So we are all the same when we say we want to live. Now we can talk about how we get there together, but we need to make sure that we're getting there together. So we invite you on October the 18th. Go ahead and put that in your calendar for our early voting site. And then we will also be working with some other organizations to do some other Souls to the Polls in our surrounding communities, in the 7 municipalities that our branch serves.
And for those who are fed up with anyone at the General Assembly, whether it's the House of Representatives side or whether it's the Senate side, maybe you're one person that says, you know what, we just need to scrap all what we got and start over. This is your year.
This is the year.
Every Senate seat, every House of Representatives seat is up for re-election. And so every so many years as they transition in and out with their term limits, this happens every several years. So this year, everyone is on the ballot. Everyone is on the ballot. So find your people who are representing you, who are making decisions for you, find out where they stand, find out what they learn for, check your voter registration, go early vote, and make sure that your voice is heard. Please make sure your voice is heard. And don't just do your research. Please do your research. There is a tight race in House District 37, which is the one we are in. And there's going to be a candidate.
We need to see if we can get Mr. Windecker.
Yeah, we're going to get him on
the show.
But he is running against current House 37 Representative Aaron Paré. And I've seen a few things that she put out. I mean, it's just the outright lies. You can't even, there's no other way to say it.
And it's weird to want to take credit for everything that's in the budget and it's 1,000 days late. Like,
yeah.
You don't get to do that anywhere. If you were in school and you showed up with a project 1,000 days late,
yeah, you don't take credit.
What grade do you get for that? What grade do you get for that? So it's just weird. But we can see that she has her page curated as an echo chamber. And if you put anything on there that questions her or goes against what is posted there, it somehow disappears. It gets removed. So you read the comments and it's just all praise and glory. And so,
oh yeah.
Again, another reason why you cannot trust social media. Can I talk about social media real quick? I know we don't have that on there, but while we're talking about where you get your information from, I I pretty much confirmed this week that
research
that it is an outright assault on Black people on these platforms that is owned by the Muskrat and his brethren. So Mark and Leon and all of them. I posted something on, so July 21st is Black Women's Equal Pay Day. And typically in the past, I have thought that meant that that is the day that Black women catch up with white men for the salaries for last year. So what white men earned last year, it has taken Black women this long to catch up with last year's salary. I didn't see a whole lot of that this year, so I don't know if the data is different. But what I do know is that Black women make 63 to 65 cents on the dollar for doing the same job, the same work that white men do.
And doing it better.
Of course. And so I just posted, pay Black women is Black women's equal pay day. And when I tell you within 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, here come the racist. Like, here they come. So I know that there is an algorithm that pushed my post to those people because I don't know them. I didn't know these people. But within 3 minutes, it was like a swarm of maggots. Cockroaches.
Parasites.
Flower apprentices. Flower mantises. They swarmed to that post to the tune of 8,000 views in less than 24 hours and almost 300 comments. And almost every single one of them negative. And all I said, Aunt Shane, all I said was, pay Black women. So please be mindful as you're on these platforms that there is a contorted effort to obstruct and to put information out that will pull people to a frenzy. Now, my Facebook page is not monetized. I'm trying to figure that out because every little dollar that I can get, I would like to have it. But right now, my page is not monetized. But it makes sense that people post these things, these controversial things, when they are monetized, because for every click, for every comment, they get paid for that. And so, again, within minutes, here come the racists. Here they come. And I don't know why they can't just leave us alone. Like, I was not looking for, like, I didn't call for y'all. We don't need y'all. We don't need them. We don't need racists. Like, but always here they come in a Black woman's comments to make their superiority known with their misspelled words and their sentences that don't make any sense. But hey, they're the supreme race. And then for the next day or two, one post I put up maybe had one like. It was about food. It wasn't about anything controversial. So again, I say that to say they know what they're putting in front of us, and they push what they want to push. So for all of you people out there who are trying to monetize, who have your pages monetized, that's just another way that they control your pay. So I'm sure that Black women's posts don't get as much push or views as maybe the racist white people. I don't know. But that was interesting. I thought that was interesting. Like I said, it was immediate. It was immediate that these people came to comment on the post that said pay Black women. And it was all these stereotypes, all these racist tropes, like pay them for what? Like, you gotta work. Like the post said pay Black women to do nothing.
Yeah.
That's not what it said. It said pay Black women equal pay for the equal work that they do. And there was one white man. Shout out to Jason. One white man in the comments. He had time for the people. I really was not even really concerned. I did make a comment on a couple. I was sitting in the airport and I did have time. Did have a little bit of time. So I had time, so I commented on them. But for the most part, for one, they're probably not even real people. They may be bots. And for two, I don't care. I don't care what a racist white man who was underperforming in a society that was set up for him to be successful. Like this society was set up for you to absolutely excel. And if all you have to do is sit around and wait for the comments to come out to be jealous of Black people, hey, that's on you. So yeah, again, be mindful that it is no coincidence of what is put in front of you. It is no coincidence that when things are about race and everything is about race, that those are the posts that get a lot of views, because the people that are sitting in Facebook headquarters, they know that. So that felt like a ramble, but
it was good.
Okay. All right. On to Jay-Z. You want to hop into that, or you want
Jay-Z? So Jay-Z's been having the concert, been selling them out back to back. Jay-Z's making comments. Any Jay-Z fans on here?
I'm picking my teeth on the screen. Go ahead.
There's
still something in it.
It's what you get.
I can't sneak. Go ahead.
This is what we get. This is good. That's why it's gonna sell for
it's broccoli too.
$20 million or whatever. Because this is live. So what is some of Jay-Z music?
And so this is what I was gonna say. I'm not a Jay-Z fan. Jay-Z sings like Big Pimpin'. He sings that like, and I'm gonna say that when Jay-Z was coming out, it was about the same time that I was getting saved and finding the Lord. And so I wasn't listening to Jay-Z. I was listening maybe to Trinity 357. It's by God's grace. Remember that one?
I remember that.
And A Bomb in Gilead. Like, I was listening to that. So
John P. Key.
I miss the Jay-Z, Jada Kiss, Foxy Brown. I miss that era. But Jay-Z got some bangers. I wouldn't go to a concert to see Jay-Z. I absolutely would not wait outside for 5 hours to get in to see Jay-Z. But that's me. So you asked about his music. Why? Because
I'm like you. I don't really. I mean, I wouldn't go see a concert neither.
And I know he.
What makes him famous to me?
Myself. My name is Hova.
I mean, what makes him famous to me is that he's married to to Beyonce. I mean, if it weren't for Beyonce, I don't know if I knew who he was. I mean, like that.
Yeah, you would. Like I like I said, I kind of missed it. But so I'm not a Jay-Z fan. But hey, but what Jay-Z is doing is letting us know in today's time, in real time, the people that Harriet Tubman would have shot.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
And it's never going to be all of us. It's never going to be all of us. But it needs to be enough of us. And I don't really care about, I was going to say I don't really care about how you make your money, but I do. Because he talks about being a drug dealer. And that's mostly what he sings about. And I don't know that even all that is true, because we went to a speakeasy and there was someone who he had mentioned in the song. I don't remember his name, but that person was there, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And saying that it was his life that Jay-Z was rapping about, like he was the person. And he actually mentioned the name in there. So anybody who at one point made money off of harming their community is going to have the tendency to continue to make money off of harming their community.
And he's still doing it. Now,
there are some reform people in my family. You know what I'm saying? They did whatever. They went and did the time. They got out. They're productive citizens. They are not now actively trying to harm the community. And so when Jay-Z just last week raps, if you want to call it that, and again, I'm not a Jay-Z fan, but I felt like that freestyle was garbage. But that's me. That's me. But just last week, when you mentioned being a drug dealer, like it just lets me know that that is really your mindset. And again, you were a person who was actively harming your community, and that is what you're still doing, because you could have went anywhere. You are a billionaire. You could have went anywhere. And so whatever it is, that album that's coming out on vinyl, I just bought some vinyl a couple weeks ago. Remember? Bought that Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
So vinyl is making this comeback. You could have went to anybody and made that deal. But you chose to go to the one that Black people have said, we ain't going back there. Now, Jamal Bryant said the fast was over. You can quit fasting from Target. Nobody ever said the boycott was over. So it's just like you just keep playing in my face. You would have been the person sitting on the bus when we was trying to shut down the Montgomery buses with the boycott. You would have been the one on the bus because they promised you a nickel. And that's me. And there was no reason to throw Colin Kaepernick's name in there. Colin Kaepernick was kneeling because he said Black people should not be getting killed in the streets. Unarmed Black men should not be getting killed in the streets by police. That was the whole thing behind taking the knee. And then Colin Kaepernick was whiteballed, where he could not play football for in the NFL anymore. So he took a check. All right. And so, but since he didn't take a check at the detriment of our community. And since then, he has been given that money back. There was no reason for you to bring that up. So.
Yeah, remember everybody was excited about.
Was not a fan.
Remember everybody was excited about when Jay-Z was making the deal with the NFL. Everybody was like, yeah, Jay-Z's going to get in there and get Colin. And, I mean, you know, it was hopeful.
I don't know. I don't know if it was hopeful. I think even then it was like, we are boycotting the NFL. So they go out and get this one person to say, okay, we're going to let you do the halftime show and give you 1/5 of 1% of a team and call you an owner.
Oh, yeah.
So, no.
Well, that's when everybody thought he was getting a big deal. A good deal.
Yeah.
But
anyway. Yeah. It's never going to be all of us. And if you can't be with us, at least don't harm us. Like, at least don't do that. A billionaire does not need another $1 billion.
No. And when I think of billionaires, when I think of that number, a billionaire, when I think of, 140 million on low wage, now that numbers have changed, they think it may be closer to 160, 180 million poor and low wage workers in this United States. And that data says that there are 160 to 180 million people who are $600 to $800 and $600 to $800 emergency away from potentially losing what they have. They're literally spending all that they have if they have an emergency that costs more than $800. There are that many people in this nation. 180 million. 180 million. So then I start thinking about there's like 300 million people in this country. You're a billionaire. Bro, you could give everybody in this country $1 million and you still gonna have $700 million.
That's crazy.
I mean, when I think about that, when you trying to do something for a community,
there should be no lack.
There
definitely should be no billionaires.
And we got now a self-proclaimed trillionaire that, And there's multiple billionaires in this country. Multiple billionaires. Why are there people hungry? Why are there people? I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
It's greed.
Yeah. I heard someone say that generosity is the only thing that will ever conquer and destroy capitalism. It's generosity.
We're not going to get there.
They're going to get there. Because there's something about wanting more and more. And, we call people that collect clothes and trinkets, certain items, whatever it is, and they fill their house up. We call them hoarders. We put them on a TV show. We shame them, tell them they got some type of mental disability because they're hoarding everything and something's wrong in their life. But why don't we look at people who are hoarding money?
Mm-hmm.
That just continue over and over and over hoarding resources and hoarding capital and money and land. I mean, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But to the detriment of others. And when people are hoarding stuff in their own house, they ain't hurting nobody. But they done made a whole show calling these folks out just because, hey, I like to collect things and I want to fill up my whole house.
And it's not that, and it's not even that they're not hurting anybody. They're hoarding stuff. So there's some clothes in there they ain't never going to wear that somebody that don't have no clothes can use.
Yeah,
it's the same concept.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the same concept. Billionaires don't think that they're harming anybody, but they're absolutely not helping anybody.
Yeah. But I mean, again, we talk about the hoarders who hoard those types of things. But the millionaires and the billionaires and the trillionaires that continue to hoard money at the lack of other people.
Christy says, what about Nolan Wells? We talked a little bit about Nolan Wells 2 weeks ago when we were on here. And as a mom to Black sons, an auntie to Black nephews, my heart goes out to Nolan Wells' family because the minimum that we want is for our children to come home.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes no sense to me that out of all the people that was on the boat with Nolan, he's the only one that didn't make it back. And so yesterday we were still at the NAACP convention when Dean Crump was supposed to come and do the he came and gave the autopsy report. We were not in the room, but I've heard what Ben had to say, and it's not shocking that there were things that was on his body that could give a probable cause that there might have been some foul play. So my heart goes out to Nolan Wells. It's just it keeps happening, and it's exhausting, and I don't know what it is that we can do other than continue to do what we do, to live in community, to pray for one another, to look out for one another, to know who is safe. And I think that who is safe. Like, I think before you go off with somebody, there's been some flags, there's been some red flags of people who gives you some indication that they're not safe. They either have said some things to you or they have not defended you when they could have defended you. Those people are not safe. And we find ourselves mostly in a society with people who are not safe, who have historically been the most violent in this country. And I don't want to hear the false narrative of Black people don't ever get in the uproar when Black people kill Black people. You know why? You know why we don't need to be in the uproar? You know why we don't protest? Because those people go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that.
Yep.
Black people who kill black people,
go to jail.
They get arrested and go to jail. We always have to fight for justice when black people are harmed or killed at the hands of white people. So it's not an equivalence. It's not equal. We want everybody to go to jail.
That's what we want.
We want everybody to go to jail. We want black people to go to jail who kill black people, and we want white people to go to jail who kill black people. But there's only one that we have to get hit in the streets and fight about. There's only one.
Yep.
So it's as simple as that. We want to be left alone. We want to be able to do things that people do, like go boating. And I don't know, we've talked about this on here before, that when my children were out boating, just boating with regular people, just had the audacity to be on the lake, on a boat. White people pull up beside them and just call them the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why?
Mind your business.
Black people ain't never thinking about them.
Ever.
We ain't never thinking about them. We're just out here trying to live our life. But they are obsessed. They're obsessed with us. They are absolutely obsessed with us. And it's crazy. If you don't like us, just leave us alone. Like, it's so easy. It's so easy. Like, I don't like sushi. So you know where I'm never going? To a sushi bar. I don't ever go there.
Yeah, why would you go there and just antagonize and terrorize the people eating sushi?
Why would you go in there and talk junk to sushi? Look at you. Look at your rice. Just laying up there wrapped up with that little eel wrap. Like, look at you. Why would I care? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's weird. It's a weird obsession. But yeah, so Christy, so I again, my heart goes out. My heart goes out to that family and to the next family, to the last family, to the family in Wisconsin today.
Mm-hmm.
Because we never get the benefit of the doubt to be having a mental health crisis. We don't get the same benefits of the doubt. And now another Black man has been shot dead in the streets 3 times by police officers who were not wearing body cams.
When body cams are supposed to be the thing.
Well, it depends on where you live. It's not a thing there in Wisconsin. So that's why you protest. Because now somebody need to protest and say, hey, they need to be wearing body cameras.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the protests come from. This is where the protests come from. So, all right. So speaking of protesting and elected officials, Lindsey Graham died, y'all.
Lindsey
Graham is going on.
Little Lynn. Little Lynn Graham.
And this is going to be part of my disembarkation to talk about, how you live determines how people talk about you when you die. And I think that's fair. Lindsey Graham has always been a menace and a terror to immigrants, to Black people, to the LGBTQ community.
Mm-hmm. Always.
To Ketanji Onika Brown Jackson, the first Black woman nominated for the Supreme Court of this United States. He was horrible to her. But he didn't have no issues with these other people who were not even qualified. Amy Coney Barrett and them. Brett Kavanaugh and them. Everybody else he didn't have no issues with. But he had an issue again with the Black woman who was not asking for anything she was not qualified for. She was more than qualified. She is the most qualified
on the bench.
The most qualified person on the bench.
Out of all the justices.
And so, his death was weird because, Wayne came and said Lindsey Graham died. And I was like, oh. But I was thinking Mitch McConnell. Then I had to process. You said Lindsey Graham?
Little Lindsey.
You said Lindsey Graham. And now all of these things are coming out. These, people, I guess these NDAs expire when you die. They expire when you expire. So now you have all these people who are coming out from the LGBTQ community saying, oh, yeah, I know Lindsey.
He one of us.
And whatever the ladybug, he was a lady, whatever that is. I haven't researched it because, you Google things and you be going down a rabbit hole. I don't know what a ladybug is, but that's what they've been calling Lindsey Graham.
Mm-hmm. And I don't need ladybugs in my algorithm.
Yeah, I don't need that to show up in my algorithm, whatever it is. But Lindsey's gone, and they put a qualified person in his seat. Like Greg Connor. Oh, wait a minute.
What's her name?
Wait a minute. Wait. They did not.
They did not.
They gave his seat to his sister, who has held no kind of office.
Knows nothing.
But we're worried about DEI. We're worried about DEI hires. It's okay when they WEI, white, entitled, incompetent. It's okay for the WEI hire. But this is the thing, they want you to continue to think that other people are the problem, when really they're the problem.
They are the problem.
And I mean, if you want to give Lindsey's sister his seat, fine. But don't be mad when people who can go out and win a seat and be called low IQ. Because what? What? You mean the black lady that's an attorney who went to law school, who actually went to school, who actually has a transcript that she doesn't mind? She's like, you talking about that lady?
Yeah.
Jasmine, you what? Ketanji Brown Jackson? What? These people are low IQ?
But then you want to talk about a sister who's, the perfect.
It's exhausting. It is exhausting, and it would, I don't know. If you don't know white supremacy, then nothing else makes sense to you. You cannot try to make sense out of things that don't make sense. You cannot try to make sense out of things that don't make sense. Because until you understand white supremacy, nothing else is going to make sense.
Nothing.
So we can't say, if that had been blah, 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 we already know. We already know Barack Obama would not have been able to do the first thing. I don't even know how far to go back with this man. Barack Obama wore a tan suit one day.
And
and set the world on fire.
Set the world. I wish we had a tan suit controversy today.
And even this week, while we have the so-called Secretary of Defense, unqualified, sending other people's children to war, he's in there asking for billions more dollars for a war that Congress didn't even authorize. You have the audacity to come to Congress and ask Congress for money for a war that they have not authorized. And we're going to go through all the shenanigans. We're going to have all these viral clips. And then guess what they're going to do?
Give them the money.
Give them the money.
They don't vote on it.
Give them the money.
It done went from the house.
And you harassing me about my little student loan debt. And you about to give billions of dollars to incompetent people who losing airplanes, just doing whatever they want with they have no oversight. Like, again, it is exhausting when you talk about unqualified, incompetent people, and then they show us who they are. Like, they show us that they're super incompetent with all these viral clips, but then we give them the money.
And to the 90 million people who sit out, I don't know the number of those 90 million who said by their good conscience, they just could not. They could not by their good conscience. Some of this on you.
Yep, because I don't believe.
I know not.
Kamala Harris.
I know not.
Would have us out here in a war with Iran.
I know not.
I don't believe that 600,000 Black women would have lost their jobs under a Kamala Harris presidency. I don't believe that ICE agents would be killing Americans in the street under a Kamala Harris presidency.
No. But so many people say they're the same. All of them the same. And for those who say, you can call it what you want. And again, don't get caught up in all the isms. Because they're going to talk about the other isms. And they're going to talk about communism. And they're going to talk about socialism.
Ask them to define it and then watch the humana.
Yeah, because they don't know it.
That they do. Tell them to define it. What does it mean?
Yeah, they don't know it. They don't know it at all. They have no clue what any of that is. And you mentioned earlier, and I saw, an article, the same reason that this administration claims that we are in this skirmish, little scuffle, little tussle, whatever they want to call it. They don't want to call it a war. Is because they didn't want Iran forming nuclear weapons. They didn't want them to have enriched uranium. That they claim 8 months ago, 9 months ago now, they obliterated all of that.
Yeah.
But we
beyond repair.
Beyond repair.
For years.
Years to come. But then they went back to war because that man literally told y'all that, they have a thought that they want. That was one of his reasons. Well, today, they working a deal that Saudi Arabia is now able to obtain and gather enriched uranium. Now, whether we know, they're probably going to say it has nothing to do with the $2 billion that Saudi Arabia gave Jared Kushner.
Now, as a reminder, Saudi Arabia is where the terrorists, was it like 10 of the 11 terrorists came from that drove those planes into the towers in New York City. That's Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But we went to war with Iraq.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you remember,
another Republican president.
Yeah. If you remember in 2016 when we had the travel ban, remember that was immediately after someone got elected. There was a travel ban because of the terrorists. They weren't on the list.
No.
So the majority of the people that caused, they claim caused 9/11, that country was not on the list. Was not on the list at all.
But they was giving out money though. They was giving out billions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
So to the Trump crime family.
So that gets you what you want. That gets you what you want. But if you look at their messaging and their, it is, like you said, it's exhausting, and it's not even words to explain that no one is holding them accountable for anything.
Yeah, but we have the opportunity. We have the opportunity to do it. So we need y'all to be talking to your cousins and them.
That's why check your voter registration.
Check your voter registration and check your cousin's voter registration. And then take 5 people with you to vote.
Take them.
Please. All right. So we only have a few more minutes. We do want to talk about our trip to the Windy City, to Chicago. We did have the opportunity to go to the Obama Presidential Center. It's very nice. We did not have tickets to get into the museum because those tickets are sold out until December. But there's nice grounds around there. Is there a video that you have that you maybe can play? Is that?
I do not. I don't have.
Okay. But we went live for a little bit. Maybe I'll post it to our at the Helm page. My children who have my location saw that we were in a certain part of the city and was texting. My nephew was texting like, "Bro, how do you even know I'm here?" He was like, "Get out of there! Get out of there! Like, you are in the most dangerous part of the country." Again,
that would be Alaska.
Again, exactly. It's propaganda.
What the white folks said.
It's propaganda. Because on the corner where I was standing, there was people running track. There was people playing football there. I was in a rock's throw of the Obama Presidential Center. But the media would have you believe that Chicago is the most dangerous city. 63rd Street is the most dangerous street.
According to the rappers.
Now, where I was at, it was, I was cool. I wasn't really out looking for danger. But people were worried about me being on the street. And I just said, listen, y'all got to turn that rap music down. Turn it down just a little bit. But we were safe. It is in the south side of Chicago. And I think he put it there for maybe that very reason. And the grounds around it was, there's, I would say heavy police presence, but it is a police presence. But that was, y'all see my Obama Center sticker right here. So we went in and we were able to visit the gift shop. You could go to the cafe in there, grab you a bite to eat. The library is open. We didn't go in the library, but I thought that they said there were not books in the library. Like there was.
We didn't go in.
But I thought I heard that's why it's not called the Presidential Library. It's called the Presidential Center. Mm-hmm. Specifically has something to do with books being or not being in the library. But anyway, that was one of the things we did, but we were able to go and see a lot of the historical places in Chicago. Chicago is full of history from when Black people were escaping Jim Crow, the Jim Crow South, migrating to that area of Chicago. So there is a lot of history there. Emmett Till, the little 14-year-old boy who was snatched out of his bed by violent white mobs and killed at 14. Emmett Till was from Chicago. Jesse Jackson is from Chicago. We were just trying to take a picture of the center, the Rainbow
Push Coalition.
The Push Coalition. And the people were so nice. They was like, no, come on in. Let's give you a little tour. So we were inside. I will post that. We should have that picture too. So we were able to go see Jesse Jackson's where the Push headquarters are. We were able to go by the Honorable Louis Farrakhan's house. We went by Michelle Obama's house where she grew up. We're doing all of this in the south side of Chicago, by the way. Getting out of the car, taking pictures, looking like tourists. And to my surprise, it was very quiet. We were the only ones on the street.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a trail of cars. Everybody knows this is where Michelle Obama's house is. So it wasn't like that. We had a very good, do I even want to call him tour guide? Because I think y'all are friends now.
Oh, yeah. It's my friend. I got a friend.
I think y'all are friends now. So next time you go to Chicago, call Derek.
Yep.
So he took us there. We went by where the Obamas live when they are in Chicago, or where they lived when he was the senator. So we were able to see that. And it just made me think, if people were to come to your city, if people were to come to our city, what Black history do we have to show them here? Where would you take somebody? Durham has a lot of history. I don't know that they have, well, I guess they would have a lot of people that other people might know.
Paul and Murray House. They got
maybe Ann Atwater.
Paul and Murray, Black
definitely
Wall
the
Street,
Mutual Building.
Black Wall Street.
But Raleigh, named after Sir Walter Raleigh. What y'all got? Somebody come to Raleigh. We can't take them nowhere. Where we gonna take them?
We're going. The food is gonna be the
drive by Shaw University.
Yeah, go by Shaw. Go by St. Aug.
That could be another conversation, because what y'all doing over there, Shaw? We don't need another St. Aug situation, but y'all are selling off the land under the noses of the people, all the secrets. I don't really know what's going on. But Shaw might be in a situation. Yeah. But yeah. Christy said bring them by her house and cook some good Southern food.
That's really all we have, Christy.
That's what we would have to do, Christy, because what else we gonna do?
We ain't got nothing there.
Where would you take somebody? Where would you tell somebody who's coming to Raleigh? And of course, I know nothing about the nightlife. Do not go to Glenwood South.
We can take them down. Take them down now.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to take somebody. So that was interesting that we had so many places to go visit in Chicago, the place where the media would have you think that it is the most horrible place on earth. But here in Raleigh, I don't know where we would go. But
yeah, the food is gonna be it. Food is gonna be it. Really.
And I did say, I don't know, like people who talk about Chicago, we did try the deep dish pizza. We went by the Garrett popcorn shop. We did try their barbecue or pulled chicken.
Yeah, I mean,
what was it? Oh, their hot dog that they don't put ketchup on.
Yeah, who eats a hot dog without ketchup? And
no, people that come here and act like they can't find good food, they capping.
Yeah, they are.
Capping. Like, this can't be it. This can't be it. This cannot be what y'all out here complaining about.
I realize y'all don't know good food. That's what it is. Ain't that you can't find
but
good food?
You would think though, you've had this food all this time. So when you get here and you taste a Frank's pizza or you taste a good bright leaf hot dog, like you would know this ain't home. This is a little different.
It's a little different. And you get a good plate of collard greens and some. Don't let me live on the list. They'd be like, "Oh my gosh,
yeah,
we need to take this back."
Weird. I guess it's your taste buds. I guess. But we know good food. We know when we went to Egypt and they was giving us that fresh bread, we knew that was good bread.
That was good bread.
Ain't nobody saying, I can't find no good bread. No, that was good bread.
That was some.
So if you from Egypt and you come here and you say y'all ain't making no good bread, we be like, you're right.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I give them that.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darlene said the Shepherd's Flock Baptist Church. That's what the best food is.
Oh my gosh. If they
That's what the best food at, but they only open on Sundays and not every Sunday.
If they went there, throwing rocks when they go back up there, that's what they would do. And get some of that A1C lemonade and tea.
Yep.
Get them. Yeah, that would be.
But I think we are, I don't know, you said you want to go back to Chicago. There was just so much to see. We did all of that in a day too, by the way.
A morning.
Yeah, because we had a flight to catch.
I mean, so our hotel was right across the street from Grant Park. So Grant Park is, of course, where Obama did his acceptance speech in 2008 when he won the presidential race. We were right down the street from
Good night, Christy.
Jet Magazine and what was the other one?
Just Johnson Publishing, right?
Ebony. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just right there in the hub of so much stuff that, again, just history that you can just spend. We could have spent, the Rainbow Push Coalition was more like a museum than, there was pictures. Oh my gosh, there was pictures of everyone in their young ages. I could have spent hours in there just walking through, looking at pictures. And for me, when we go to places like, Grant Park, for me, being in those spaces where those things happen, I just kind of get a feeling like, I just imagine like what would it have been like to be there.
Yeah.
And that's like everywhere we go. Like when we go, when we was
tapping into the Black ancestral realm when you feel that. That's what that is.
Yeah. And so when
you are able to plant your feet where some of the greats have planted their feet. When just kind of feel their presence there.
When we went into the sanctuary and he said, this is where they had a meeting. And when he said, go on up a stage and pull the podium out, stand behind it. Do you know how many people have stood behind that podium? Yeah. It was just unreal. The feeling of all of those people. Dr. King stood in that place.
Yep.
So many people stood in that right there where we were.
And they gave us his original pen from Jesse Jackson's presidential run in 1984.
Yeah.
So now we have that.
Yeah, and stuff
just because we just happened to be walking by and somebody happened to be outside and they happened to say, come on in.
Yeah. So yeah, so spaces like that, being in those spaces. So yeah, I could go back and spend, just time go by because where Mamie and Emmett lived in that upstairs that apartment in the west side of Chicago is a historical place. So just going by those spaces and like you said, just feeling that spirit that are there is just powerful. It is just so moving.
All right. Well, that is our 2 weeks in a nutshell. We will be back in another 2 weeks. So we will start our disembarkation, and I will just circle back. To what I said about Lindsey Graham, that while you're here and able to make a contribution to society, make sure that you are living your life in a way that when you are no longer here, people will not have to make up things about you. People will not have to say people are being disrespectful when they use your own words or when they pull your record up. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even talking about, people who have done some things in their past. We don't drag that back up and say people can never outrun their past. But Lindsey, up until the day he died, was a menace
to society.
So just be kind. Mind your business. Drink your water. Moisturize. Live your life. Live your life in a way that when you die, people are able to say kind things about you. And it's true. And may the ancestors greet Lindsey Graham accordingly. Mm-hmm. Amen and ashe.
They gonna greet them. They gonna greet them. I do like that. Yeah, live your life. And this, I guess, what's your email say? Your
when I come to the end of my life,
yeah.
I would hope that when I stand before God at the end of my life, I would hope that I would not have a single bit of talent left, and I can say, I used everything you gave me.
So yeah, for good. Our goal is to lift up, to build up, to strengthen, to encourage. And I heard Pastor Christian Smith say today, his thought of theology is not to minimize anyone else's theology and what they have in life, but he's going to base because someone called in and asked him about different theologies and different religions. He said, I'm going to base that on what your thoughts and your beliefs, so it doesn't have to be religion, your philosophies, your life, whatever your ideologies are. Do they lift up community? Do they build community? Or do they tear down community? Mm-hmm. And that's going to be the measure of your philosophy and your ideology and what is thought of it. So again, all of your actions, like you said, all of your actions when you have the ability to help people's lives, when you have the ability and the power in the stroke of a pen, those 100 senators that work in DC, 2 for each state, they have more power than we can ever imagine. Pass laws, make life comfortable. And we've heard many times before, who in the world wake up every morning and have that power and wake up and say, who can I harm today? Mm-hmm. Who can I oppress today? Or who can I liberate today? Who can I set free today? In some capacity in our life, we all have that ability, whether it's a kind word, whether it's a kind gesture, whether it's so we all have that ability to lift up or tear down. And so again, may the works that I've done speak for me.
Mm-hmm.
So until we meet again,
See y'all in 2 weeks.
thank you for your time this evening.
Be good to someone.
Be good to someone, and know again that
Be good to yourself.
no matter what's happening, no matter what's going on, that you are at the helm of your life, your situations, and what you do, and your peace and your comfort and your serenity and your sanity. So take hold of that and continue to.
Yep. Remember, life is 1% what happens to you and 99% of how you react to it.
All right. See
You're
y'all
in control.
See y'all on the next journey.
Bye.